Welcome to Remarkable Old Photos. An old house at 1st and N Street NE in Washington, D.C., circa 1918, stood in a neighborhood that was once part of a thriving early 20th century Black American community. The area was later disrupted by urban renewal projects in the 1950s. Let's meet in half an hour at the Palace of Gems, visible from the Detroit Opera House in 1909. The building once housed a renowned jewelry store favored by Detroit's elite. Tom Blake showcased his self-made surfboards at Waikiki in 1929, revolutionizing surfing with lightweight hollow designs that made the sport more accessible. Stonehenge in 1867 appeared more collapsed than today, with restoration work beginning decades later to stabilize its structure. Japanese pop duo Pink Lady stunned fans in 1976 with their bold short shorts, helping spark a fashion trend in Japan. They later became the first Japanese act to host a weekly variety show in the U.S. in 1980. Rain falls on Railway Square in Sydney near Central Station around 1935, where trams and pedestrians navigate the wet streets under umbrellas and awnings. The square was once a major transport hub connecting rail, tram, and bus networks across the city. A gas station on U.S. Route 99 between Tulare and Fresno, 1939, served travelers during the Dust Bowl migration when Route 99 was California's main agricultural and travel corridor. The U.S. Army demonstrated videophone technology in 1950s New Jersey, a precursor to modern video calls. The system required 15 minutes to transmit a single frame. A construction worker lives in a makeshift bunkhouse in Manchester, North Carolina, 1941. The town was a segregated mill village where Black American workers were often excluded from company housing. The French Opera House in New Orleans hosted King Dodo, a phosphoronic comedy opera, on March 20, 1910. The term phosphoronic was a novelty word invented for the show, implying dazzling, energetic spectacle. Buses depart near the Washington Monument after the 1963 March on Washington, where over 250,000 people gathered for one of the largest civil rights demonstrations in U.S. history. 1967 Katharine Ross starred in The Graduate, a film that captured generational angst and became one of the highest-grossing movies of the 1960s. A family poses in front of a traditional Japanese watermill in 1914. These mills were often powered by mountain streams and used for grinding rice. At the 1956 Swiss Wrestling Festival in Thun, champion Holscher earned a wreath, cowbells, rustic furniture, and a young bull instead of prize money. Schwingen winners traditionally receive livestock because the sport honors rural alpine heritage. 6 women relax under hairdryers at a 1952 salon captured by Thurston Hopkins. Early hairdryers used heated air circulation, a luxury in post-war beauty culture. The Washington Railway and Electric Company operated D.C. streetcars in 1921, which once carried over 100 million riders annually before buses replaced them by 1962. Meyer London, a New York City politician, was one of only 2 Socialist Party members ever elected to Congress in 1914. He opposed U.S. entry into World War I despite public backlash. A 1958 photo captures a Walgreens drugstore in Boise, Idaho, during a time when the chain was expanding across America. Surprisingly, Walgreens once operated over 300 soda fountains, many serving as civil rights battlegrounds in the 1960s. John F. Kennedy and a young Robert F. Kennedy Jr. examine a salamander in a bowl in Washington, D.C. on March 11, 1961, during a lighthearted moment at the White House. The salamander was part of a pet collection kept by the Kennedy family. Early tourists gather around the Wawona tree in Yosemite's Mariposa Grove, California, circa 1890s. The tree, a giant sequoia, stood over 2,000 years old before falling in 1969. Don't Give Up the Ship, starring Jerry Lewis, played at the State Theater in Brookings, South Dakota, in 1959. The film's title references a famous naval battle cry from the War of 1812. Helen Gandy, J. Edgar Hoover's secretary, managed his confidential files for over 50 years and destroyed his personal papers after his death in 1972. Dreamland Park glows at night in Coney Island, featuring attractions like Fall of Pompeii and the submarine boat around 1905. The park's iconic tower was taller than Niagara Falls. German soldiers used 4 types of gas masks in 1916, including the primitive black box respirator that filtered chlorine gas. Emperor Hirohito stands with Imperial Japanese Navy officers aboard the battleship Musashi near Yokosuka on June 24, 1943. The Musashi was later sunk in 1944 during the Battle of Leyte Gulf. A blind former tin miner holds his son in Washington County, Missouri, 1939. Many miners lost their sight to silicosis from unsafe working conditions. Young Freddie Mercury in 1950, growing up in Zanzibar before becoming Queen's iconic frontman. He was born Farokh Bulsara to Parsi Indian parents. Horses bundled in blankets during a winter scene in Garrett, Indiana, around 1911, with local businesses like a druggist, tailor, and barber visible. Many early 20th century rural pharmacies doubled as soda fountains and community hubs. Enloe Hospital in Chico, California, during the 1910s treated patients during a time when medical practices included bloodletting as recently as the late 1800s. Formal portraits in 1912 rarely showed smiles, but candid photos from daily life in South Carolina revealed genuine joy. The first electric traffic signal was installed that year. Romania in the 1930s was a kingdom modernizing rapidly while maintaining strong rural traditions. The Carpathian Mountains divided the country, and Bucharest was known as the Paris of the East. King Carol II ascended the throne in 1930, bringing authoritarian rule. The Iron Guard, a fascist movement, gained influence during this turbulent decade. Oil production in Poieni made Romania a key energy supplier in Europe. Rural peasants still used horse-drawn plows despite industrial advances. Traditional folk costumes remained common in villages. The Jewish population faced rising anti-Semitism under new discriminatory laws. Romanian women gained limited voting rights in 1939. The country maintained a fragile neutrality amid growing European. One of the oldest known photos of the Roman Colosseum, taken in 1846, captures its weathered stone under a soft sky. The Colosseum once held over 50,000 spectators for gladiator battles and public spectacles. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy historical photos like this, consider subscribing for more.